guys, and welcome to today's video. You may be able to tell from my makeup-free face, or more likely from reading the title of this video, that it is going to be a mask testing day today. And today I'm going to be testing a mask that came in my January Ipsy subscription, and that is this Global Beauty Care Charcoal Wash-Off Mask. And here's the packaging. I'll just let that focus. You can see it. So you can see this little squeezy container with a little spout there on the end. It says this is a 15-minute facial therapy mask, I guess, deep cleansing mud-based formula that unclogs pores and lifts away impurities for all skin types. And we have 1 ounce of this here. What I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the company. I'm going to maybe talk a little bit about the product. I'm going to put it on my face, and then I thought I would take a few moments while the mask is setting to talk to you a little bit about charcoal as an ingredient. I've done a little bit of research just for my own interest, and I thought I would share with you what I know about it as a skincare ingredient. Finally, I will wash it off and give you my thoughts on this product and whether it is worth your hard-earned money. For all of that, there are going to be timestamps down below, and let's start talking about the very, very little that I know about Global Beauty Care. As I do with all the products I try for the first time, I researched this as much as I could. Global Beauty Care is a very generic sounding name. So it's not like a, like a Too Faced or, MAC Cosmetics or those brands like Revlon, where you're specifically getting searches on that. Global Beauty Care is very generic sounding, and so basically all I was able to do was go to their website. I was able to find, through the trademark of when this was started, that apparently this company is owned by a gentleman in the UK, but it was really hard to find any information other than that. I think it maybe was started around 2016, but again, I could be completely wrong about that. You go to the website and there's really not a lot there. It is just products, and it is so many products, and they list their brands there. And there's probably about 15 or so brands that they carry, of which I've never heard of any of them. And they just have hundreds and thousands of products. They are all inexpensive, but they're all brands you've never heard of before, and it's a lot. So this product specifically is made in the People's Republic of China. I don't know about the other products. I don't know if this is a website that sort of amalgamates these brands that are maybe made in China and then resells them. I'm not really sure. It raises a lot of questions. So my thought when I was looking at this is maybe there's some good finds to be found in there. They do list the ingredients of everything that are in the products there, but to me this seems like the kind of site where you really need to know what you're looking for because it is overwhelming, but also you really need to understand your ingredients because there's not a lot of information there to go on. It's not sort of on brand recognition or the trustworthiness of a brand. You probably want to get into the ingredients and see what's there and if it's a product you want to use. That's really as much as I can say. I tried to find out more information about this brand and there just wasn't really a lot there. It sort of seems like a big retailer that has, as I said, hundreds or thousands of products on the site. Talking about this product in particular, it is a charcoal wash-off mask. It does say that you use it for about 15 minutes. What I have done today is use some oil cleanser on my skin for about a minute before sitting down to do this because I feel like it sort of soften my pores, open my pores up, and make it ready for this mask. They do say on here that this is pH balanced, hypoallergenic, and not tested on animals. It also does say that this Global Beauty Care Premium Charcoal Wash-Off Mask is infused with natural charcoal, which acts like a magnet to gently draw out deep-dwelling dirt, oil, and impurities from your clogged pores and lifts away dead skin cells without over-drying. Your face will look clearer and feel softer from the inside out. So this right here is a sample package. It is 1 ounce. And when I went to Global Beauty Care's website, I typed in charcoal wash-off mask and I got many pages of hits. I opened up the first one, which I thought sounded like this, but it was actually the exact same product under the brand name Luxe. Like exactly the same name, exactly the same description on the back, but it was under a different brand name. And then I found the one under this brand name, and that's what this product is. So if you buy the full size, you are getting 5 ounces of product, so 5 times this for $9.99 US. So basically $10 US for a good amount of mask product. And then I saw the next hit was a different brand that was the exact same thing again. So it's a little confusing. It's kind of like they've come up with these 15 different brands, none of which I've heard of before, and then the same products are made under the different brands. So and they were all the same price, they were all the same amount, they all said the same thing. So I don't quite get it, which makes me question this a little bit. I want to know more about who's selling me products. I want to understand who they are. I kind of want there to be a face behind the product, you know? Like, is there somebody I can reach out to and ask a question? Or can I read about why you decided to make this brand? I don't know. It's very mysterious. But, you know, it does have the ingredients here. There is dimethicone as the third ingredient in this. I don't love that it says on here, do not spread on large areas of the skin and apply only topically, because they're telling me to put this all over my face. So does that count as a large surface of skin? Anyway, that's everything I have to say about the product. So let's open up this little spout and start putting it on my face. So it looks exactly like you would expect it to. It is a charcoal mask. I should have brought a mirror in here to do this. I'm going to try to do it in the viewfinder of the camera. I do like the way for a sample that it has a top that I can screw back on, because I'll probably get more than one use out of this. So I don't think that I need a thick layer of this. Basically, I want the charcoal to be in contact with my skin, but having a thicker layer I don't think is going to change very much of how this works. Now that I've gotten it all over myself, I'm gonna go wash this off my hands, set my timer for 15 minutes, and then I'll be back to talk to you a little bit more about charcoal. Okay, I'm back and cleaned up a little bit, timer is set, and let's talk a little bit about charcoal, if you can take me seriously in this mask. If you don't care about this part and you just want to get to the review at the end, this is where you want to skip forward to. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff with charcoal in it lately. The Briogeo scalp therapy that I used recently, a lot of different masks, a lot of those peel-off masks have charcoal in it, and there was a sheet mask that I used recently that had charcoal in it as well. And I realized that I kind of knew that charcoal was kind of talked about for removing impurities or like drawing things out of the skin, but I wasn't really sure how it did that and if that was really something that happened. And I kind of in my mind used to get charcoal and clay mixed up with each other. They both tend to be very dark looking masks, and you tend to get a lot of charcoal in those kinds of masks, but clay really draws things out of the skin as it dries because it sucks the oil and the moisture and all the gunk into the clay, as far as I understand. Whereas charcoal is different because charcoal on its own is not drying. It doesn't dry down in the same way. So how did we get to where we are with charcoal as a popular ingredient in skincare? And gosh, my nose is starting to itch right in the crevice there. Charcoal has been used for quite some time as an ingredient when people are poisoned, or as a method when people are poisoned, to take activated charcoal and ingest it because it will suck up the poison in the system and will mitigate the effects of having ingested poison. Now, we often talk about activated charcoal, and I did a bit of research about what that meant. Charcoal itself is exactly what it sounds like. It's charcoal. It's like the same stuff that you would use on your barbecue, but not the stuff that you want to use for skincare. Because charcoal that's used for skincare is made from slightly different ingredients. It sounds a lot like they use coconut husks or bamboo or things where they kind of know where the ingredients are starting from and then burn them to create charcoal, which is black charcoal, same as if you have a bonfire, what you have left at the end. But activated charcoal is then taken and steamed or heated at really high heat, and all the little pieces of charcoal, it sort of steams it, so there's lots of little divots and holes in it, as far as I understand. All those divots and holes within the activated charcoal attract things into it. So it will pull in poisons and toxins and lock it in there, and then it will be flushed out of the body or extract it from the body, whatever that is. So it has been used, and it is proven to do that in medical environments for poisoning, as I said. So activated charcoal tablets people use for if somebody has ingested some kind of poison. So the theory then becomes that if charcoal is an ingredient that pulls out poison, pulls out impurities, sucks things into it, then can't it do the same thing on the skin? And the good thing about charcoal as well is that it is inert and it's not absorbed into the body. So it feels like the reviews are a little bit mixed here, because while I saw experts saying that it's not going to irritate your skin because it is inert, it's not going to absorb into your skin, it feels like the jury's still out a little bit on whether it's actually doing anything to pull the impurities or toxins or whatever it may be out of your skin. If it's pulling out oils, if it's doing that. The experts seem to agree that it's not going to do anything bad for your skin, but is it really doing as much as people say that it's doing? And the articles that I read seem to say like it can't hurt. It's not going to be a magic ingredient all at once, but I did read somewhere where a dermatologist said it's kind of a nice in-between between a gentle cleanser and a harsh acne treatment. Charcoal is more gentle than a harsh acne treatment, and it could be that if you use it a number of times on top of where you have blackheads or pimples, that it will pull out some of the bacteria, pull out some of the things that are on your skin, and it might help treat it. But whether it's actually doing a lot, whether one mask like this is going to do very much for you, the jury's still a little bit out. The other way that charcoal could help your skin is if you want it as an exfoliator. If you get like an activated charcoal tablet, the charcoal itself is a little bit gritty, so you could use it as an exfoliant on your skin. I will say as well that when you're reading articles about charcoal, some will say to use it as a teeth whitener, to like put it on your teeth, scrub it around with your toothbrush. And I've actually watched some YouTube videos of people doing this. And then I read some articles where it said from dentists, like, do not do this. It is gritty. And if you are scrubbing your teeth with something gritty, you're going to take off the enamel layer that's there, which is kind of the only enamel layer that you get, is the only enamel layer that you get. And it's not actually good for your teeth. It will make them look whiter, but there's a good chance that you're going to damage your teeth and the enamel on your teeth in the long run. That's everything I'm going to say about charcoal. I'm going to sit here and have my mask spa experience, and then I'll be back after I wash it off to let you know what I think. See you soon. Ooh, that was a fight and a half to get that off my face. The mask does not dry down in any way. It stays the same texture it was when it went on, and it's not sticky in any way, but it seems to really want to stay on your skin. So I tried to take it off at first just by splashing some water on. That wasn't gonna happen. And then I ended up using face towels, and it took like 3 cloths to get everything off of my face. And then I had to go in with a cleanser because there was still like remnants of it around. So yeah, like my skin is soft, but it was soft before I started. I like the idea of charcoal from what I researched, and if you buy the full size of this for $10, you're going to get a good 10 to 15 uses out of this. So you do get good value for your money. So recommending this is hard because I just don't feel like I know enough about the seller and the site to say that it's a good site. I think that if you're going to buy from there, you're going to get good value. You're going to get a lot for your money. It's not going to cost you a lot. I would balance getting something for a good price with taking the time to research the ingredients that are in there. They tell you the ingredients, so take some time, go through that list, do some Googling, do some research, and see if they are good ingredients for your skin. For me, this wasn't the kind of experience that I like. It didn't feel like a very spa-like. It really felt like nothing. I mean, I felt a little itchy right there, but I think that was just me being itchy because everywhere else on my face just felt fine. It doesn't feel like I got a lot of moisturization from it. It didn't have like a beautiful smell. It had no smell at all. And I don't know, it didn't give me that spa feeling that I look for. So I think there are other masks that I would go to, and if I was interested in using activated charcoal, I think it might be interesting to go and buy some activated charcoal tablets and maybe add it into like a really good moisturizer or another mask that you really like, so that you get the benefits of the charcoal as well as the benefits of the mask. Because apart from the charcoal in here, and it does say that there's vitamin E, nothing else in here appears to be an ingredient that is good for your skin. It just seems like a lot of other filler and chemical ingredients in here. It's not bad, and I will keep the description bar updated if I have any kind of reaction or anything to it. But I just don't feel like they told me enough about this, and it just didn't feel that special to me. So that's my first impression of this mask. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope maybe you learned something from it. I would be really curious to know, those of you who get Ipsy, if you've tried this, what you think of it. Did you research the brand at all? Does anybody know anything more than I do about global beauty care? I would love to know. Leave all of that in the comments down below. I do try to respond to every comment that I get. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like with the thumbs up button down there, and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I will put my face up there so you can click on it and be subscribed. I'll put one of my other videos here so you can spend some more time with me today, and I will tell you to hit the bell button down below so that you're notified when I post. And that's all from me. I'm going to go finish my relaxing evening, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.